So I've recently moved to Bristol. At first it was a gamble, but over the past 3 months everything seems to be falling in place. My trepidation has turned into hopeful expectations, my fears are gone without a trace. So on the eve of turning 24 years old, I stood in front of the mirror and I've reflected on the past 72 hours. I don't often stare at myself in the mirror, but tonight I hesitated. I saw something I hadn't seen in a long while. I'd performed for the first time. I'd stood on stage and finally found my voice, exposing part of me long suppressed, stepping far, far out my comfort zone, that I'd finally found a passion, a drive, a need to express that I'd always hoped to discover but never known, until now, somehow, I've stumbled upon my place, my home. I looked into the mirror. I realized for the first time in a long time I wasn't just doing all right or fine. I was content. I was happy. Wales had done well in the rugby, and I've been thinking of my dad, Key. The fondest memories with him I had were watching the Six Nations Cup. It had been 7 years since he passed away, but even as an atheist, I felt connected to him watching the game. I looked into the mirror. I realized for the first time in a long time I wasn't just doing all right or fine. I was content. I was happy. I had spent the better part of a day with my best friends, putting the world to rights, talking late into the night, and together, as always, creating memories we'll treasure the length of our lives. I looked into the mirror. I realized for the first time in a long time I wasn't just doing all right or fine. I was content. I was happy. I was surrounded by my family. I got to hold my nephew. He's 7 weeks old. I've never been good with kids, and they always made me nervous, but I guess when it's your own flesh and blood, you can't help but adore unreserved. Holding him in my arms, I pondered on the wonder and beauty of life, bewildered that someone so small could one day surpass my height. I looked into the mirror. I realized for the first time in a long time I wasn't just doing all right or fine. I was happy. I stared a while longer. Then I got frustrated at myself, at the fact it'd taken me seeing the smile in my own eyes to realize that happiness is what I felt. That had I just paid close attention to the little things, the small victories, whether it be making the bus in time or meeting new members of the family, had I focused on the positives, it would have been so flipping obvious to see that I had no reason not to be happy. I stopped looking into the mirror. I wasn't just all right or fine, and I no longer needed to see myself to know in my mind that I'm okay. I made the right choice. I found my place. I found my voice, and above all, I'm happy. Thanks.